We're finally having an honest conversation about protein. Not for aesthetics, but for energy, brain health, and longevity. Protein is no longer just for bodybuilders. It's the most talked about macronutrient in wellness for good reason. Getting enough each day is the single most full lever, muscle respirability, and keeping hunger at bay. Let me show you how to make it effortless.
Whenever we talk about wellness in 2026, the conversation almost always lands on protein, and for good reason. But before we look at your plate, let's look at the math. A general starting point that most experts agree on is aiming for 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. If you weigh 150 pounds, that's roughly 105 to 150 grams a day. Now, I know that sounds like a massive number if you're currently just having a bagel for breakfast and pasta for dinner. It can feel like a part-time job just to track it. But here is the secret. That number is a destination, not a day one requirement. It's a North Star to guide your choices, not a pass-fail grade on your health. Why shouldn't you stress the number? Because stress is the enemy of consistency. If you spend your whole day obsessing over a calculator, you're going to burn out before the week is over. Instead of focusing on the gap between where you are and that 1 gram goal, focus on the biological benefits. We aren't just eating protein for aesthetics or to look like a bodybuilder. We are doing it for brain health, mood stability, and longevity. Protein provides the amino acids that create your neurotransmitters, the chemicals that literally dictate how happy or focused you feel. When you view protein as brain fuel rather than muscle math, the pressure to be perfect starts to melt away. So how do we make this effortless? We use the +1 rule. Start by adding just one quality protein source to each meal and build from there. Breakfast. If you usually have toast, add 2 eggs or a scoop of Greek yogurt. Lunch. If you're having a salad, ensure there's a palm-sized portion of chicken, salmon, or tofu. Dinner. Prioritize the protein first, whether it's lean beef, lentils, or tempeh, and build your sides around it. By focusing on one meal at a time, you aren't changing your entire life overnight. You're just upgrading your current habits. This is the single most powerful lever you have for keeping hunger at bay and maintaining muscle retention as you age. Once you've mastered adding one source to every meal, you'll find that your energy levels stabilize. You won't hit that 3 p.m. slump, and your cravings will naturally diminish because protein is incredibly satiating. The goal for 2026 isn't perfection. It's effortless integration. Start today. Pick your next meal and ask yourself, where is my protein? That simple question is more valuable than any spreadsheet. Don't stress the grams. Just start building, and your body will thank you for the energy and the longevity you're fueling right now.
Protein builds neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. It preserves muscle as we age. It keeps you full and stable between meals. This isn't a trend. It's foundational biology.
Lentils, edamame, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, eggs, tofu, tempeh, these are your allies. Breakfast, Greek yogurt with berries and hemp seeds. Lunch, lentil soup with a boiled egg. Dinner, salmon over roasted vegetables. Snack, cottage cheese with cucumber. Simple, satisfying, and nourishing. This week, just try adding one intentional protein source to your breakfast. That's it. Small shifts compound. Subscribe for weekly nutrition content to support your whole health journey.